Hello Taurus, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm going to be giving you a general reading for the month of October. I'm going to be doing a modified horoscope spread. I'm going to be using the African Tarot, and I will be clearing that with a Shulton deck and finally pulling a Crystal Wisdom Tarot Oracle at the end. So what does Taurus need to know? What does Taurus need to know about October? In the 10th house, we have the 10 of Swords. In the first house, we have the 2 of Swords. In the 4th house, we have the King of Cups. In the 7th house, we have the 4 of Cups. So I'm going to look, the bottom of the deck has the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is Taurus very specifically about your desire to change your perspective. You understand that you need to and want to reverse your thinking about something that you've always experienced in one way. You've come to a place where you understand that your strength, your phenomenal personal strength has taken you this far, but you're understanding that in order to best understand and change and improve the situation, you need to think about it differently. I'm going to pull the Shulton cards to clarify the spread before I begin to read the Axis cards that I've pulled. These cards have all been shuffled and blessed, but I want to give them a little extra spin as I create a new reading. So for the second house, we have in the first house the 2 of Swords. In the second house, we have the Ace of Staffs. In the third house, we have the Strength card. In the 4th house, we have the King of Cups. The 5th house, the Hermit. The 6th house, the 3 of Pentacles. The 7th house, we have the 4 of Cups. The 8th house, we have the World. The 9th house, we have the Hanged Man. A repeat. The 10th house, we have the Knight of Swords. The 11th house, the Tower. And the 12th house, the 4 of Pentacles. Wow, this is an intense month for you. And at the bottom of the Shulton deck, we have the Emperor. This is an interesting contrast with the Hanged Man. I would say the Emperor is a picture of you, Taurus, your innate power to structure your material world, to organize and construct ways and parameters of your world, your home, your life, coming out of a place of experience and results. And yet you have gone as far as you can with that and are ready to change your way of thinking. So that's kind of the frame and the energy of this reading. The first house, the 2 of Swords, shows you at a crossroads of a sort. You're looking at 2 alternatives. And these alternatives are not necessarily the only 2 alternatives or choices you have. However, you are clothed, you're covered up so that you're not actually able to see what's happening around you. The 2 of Swords indicates that as you contemplate this decision, you have to be aware that there are many more choices available to you. And like other 2 cards, this is you stretching yourself from the past way of doing something to a new way of doing something less familiar to you. The second house is your possessions and your values, your resources. The Ace of Wands shows you with a new idea, a desire to grow, recognizing a sense of limitation, being suspended, being a little bit stuck, And I would say for you, this may be you stuck in an old way, a traditional way, a way that has always accomplished what you sought to achieve. However, you're looking for new goals, new ways to enjoy or improve your existence. And you're looking at a new project or idea as well as a new behavior, a new desire, something that inspires you. You are feeling inspired, and that inspiration is coming to you so that you can think about what you have and what you really want. The third house is your intimate communications. It's also the way that you process information. And the Strength card shows you, again, a kind of interesting reinforcement with the Emperor. You are so strong and capable that you have a tendency, Taurus, to barrel through with the way that things have been done, the way that things are organized, and with hard work and a very discerning eye, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. So aesthetic values, balance, harmony are important to you. The Strength shows you as someone who can be strong for others. And I see you using that as your primary way of understanding how the needs of others at this time. This is a time when you are pulling back from simply pursuing what is best for you and looking truly at what others need, what is best for those in your environment. The King of Cups in your fourth house is you being a compassionate and understanding leader. You are able right now to look at experiences that you've had in your past, to dig deep into your own subconscious childhood patterns, to not simply observe those, but to experience those, to allow yourself to feel those feelings so that you can observe them. Your ability to share your experiences with others allows you to be a magnet to others who are experiencing emotional difficulty or challenges right now. You are modeling your experience as a form of advice. So people come to you for advice and for understanding and for compassion, and you are able to provide that with them through the gifts of your home, through sharing your domestic situation, or simply listening to those experiences in many cases that we only share with our most intimates. The fifth house is how you play with your peers, how you are creative with your peers. The Hermit card shows you, again here, looking for answers. You're looking for new ways to be creative. I see you as looking for a new way to experience your creativity, to share how you create with others, and what your answers are, what you are seeking in the creative process. You are finding and gathering information. This is a card of research in some ways. You are consulting your elders, and you are poised to share that information with others. The sixth house is how we take care of ourselves so that we can be productive and efficient. And the Three of Pentacles shows you as being primed to collaborate. This is a beautiful lead into your collaborating with others for work and play. This is a collaboration that allows you to pursue a new direction, new behaviors, to be inspired and to join with others in your desire to create something based on these new ideas and new information. The seventh house is the house of your significant others, be they people, places, or things. The Four of Cups shows your relationship as being You experiencing some discontent in your significant relationships, your most important relationships. And as you survey the relationships with your significance, you are experiencing a sense of boredom, of having done that, been there, or a dissatisfaction that comes less from not having what you want, but more of not appreciating what you have. And the Four of Cups shows me that you have learned, you have grown, and you do have a stable emotional foundation that is the basis for your relationships. However, that thing you're looking for is right there. It's right in front of you. It's in your environment. It's close by. And that particular ingredient you want, that particular person, place, or thing, is something that you are creating rather than something that is being given to you at this time. The eighth house is the house where we share resources with others, and the world shows you as having achieved, having conquered something, having completed a cycle. You've completed a cycle in your intimate relationships. You've completed a cycle perhaps with your in your work or in your social sphere. However, everything that you are learning as you close out this cycle is preparing you to start something new. And this new thing that you're moving towards with this Ace of Wands showing us this new desire, this new inspiration, you're using all the resources and tools that you've gathered on your journey thus far and applying those to this new direction. And so you're not starting from the same place. This is not a brand new beginning in the sense of knowing nothing. This is you having been successful in various other arenas of your life and applying that to a new level of achievement and accomplishment. The ninth house is the Hanged One, and we have another repeat here. So we have the Hanged One who is showing us in your ninth house, this is your spiritual and philosophical values. This is the way that you're communicating with others and sharing information at a global level. It's also the way that you teach others. And I see you in a pause right now. This pause is a result of your actually completing a cycle in some community setting, and the desire to start something and to bring this collaboration to a different level. It's requiring you to let go of some of this singular way of working, this way of providing for others through your strength and power, and then giving and sharing that with others, this generous, powerful heart that you have. You are recognizing the limitations of that behavior. You're recognizing that the way you've done things has taken you thus far, and so you're ready to change that. You're ready to look at things completely differently, and in this way, your quest for answers is serving you. You're actually creatively seeking these answers from among your peers, your siblings, your equals, your children even, are helping you to research and find new ways of thinking, new ways of looking at things. The 10th house, this is your social position, your community vision. This is how others see you. The Knight of Swords right now indicates your ability to pull back from your emotions, to detach yourself from your emotional experiences, to observe your patterns of thought, to observe the way that you've always done things. And you are someone who has come from the heart, who is comfortable in relationships, is comfortable sharing your strength in relationships, and you're now understanding that you've achieved that. That has been accomplished in your life. At this point, you're looking for a new way to change your behavior. You understand that you must change the way that you're thinking, and you're really diving into patterns of behavior from your past as well. You're exploring your emotions, but with a fair amount of detachment. You're structuring and building those new thought structures, those new ideas, as a way to pursue the truth, your truth. The 11th house is your relationships on a global scale. These are your tribes. These are the associations and collectives that you belong to, seen and unseen. And this clearly, at least from what I'm feeling, is the world. The world has a tremendous, the discordance in the world is having a tremendous impact on you. So much so that you have had to pull back, Taurus, from delving in to the world picture, following every story, being concerned about each thing that draws your attention on social media or the news, one catastrophe after another that can make you feel as though the world is imploding and can actually spark your anger, your frustration, your wrath even. However, you are recognizing that in order to see the world that you're very much in tune and in connection with, you must step back and observe your place, your sphere of influence, and ways in which you can improve that. The 12th house is the house of endings. In a way, it's a part of what you've learned from your life thus far, perhaps even from past lives. And the Four of Jades is showing that you are holding tight, Four of Pentacles, I should say. You're holding tight to the things that you've created, the things you've built, the structures you have. This is also some of a reflection of the Pentacles. You've achieved something and you're holding tight to that. You take a great amount of satisfaction and pride in the things that you've built, the things you've built for your family, the things that you have achieved. The Four of Jades indicates this pulling in as you see the world unravel, pulling in and guarding what you have in a way that can be an obstacle to your ability to explore what's new, to be inspired, to start off on a new path, to feel satisfied and with your accomplishments, and to release them, to feel secure. The purpose of this accomplishment, the purpose of the strength is to gain security and stability in your life, and you have that. And from that base, you're ready to start the cycle again. I'm going to finish off this reading, Taurus, with a crystal oracle, crystal wisdom card. What does you need to know? I pulled this beautiful pink reddish maroon crystal. It is a ruby, and it says, shine. It's time for me to shine. So Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. Again, I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot. If you find value in this reading, please feel free to check out your rising, your moon sign, and any other placement. If you've enjoyed these readings, please like, share, feel free to comment. I appreciate gentle feedback, and subscribe. Until next time, Namaste.